looking to put a drive together. A play fake, and it's Darnold. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Price. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Seahawks at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take. A look, and we will take a short break. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Darnold. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Mayfield to throw it. To the left side, he gets this one to Abuka. 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. 3rd and 20.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Keep.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll find McMillan here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
1. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 6 Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. Go.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Red 80. Red 80. Red 80.
Throwing again is Darnold. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Mayfield. Oh, he's got a Buka. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Mayfield now from the 50. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
180!
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's second and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a gain of 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll run a draw now with Price. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Dragon 60. Here we go. Here we go. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Ready?
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Mayfield now. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
180.
Now Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Complete to Cade Otton.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Otton once more. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
180.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. And This will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Irving will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
180! Hey, alert, 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 alert!
They'll run with Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Alert, alert, 180! Scott!
Been set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Emeka Egbuka in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Price. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
70. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now they'll change things up. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They'll set up a throw. Oh, dropped it. Yeah, that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5.
Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Cowboy 80. Cougar 19. Ready.
He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
2 yards on the pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Go! Go!
Back to throw again. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
60 Eagles, 60, 79 Broncos, 60 Mavericks, trap 60, trap 60.
Again, he'll drop the throw. That is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Shedding the tackle. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a 2nd and 2.
Bronco 80. Here we go. Chapel up. 70. Hey, smash Bronco. Hey, check that. Bronco switch. Smash.
Straight ahead with Price.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready? 18, 19. Buffalo 18. 60 Bison. 70 Timber.
He'll look to throw.
Now be taken in by Shaheed.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. 70 Rangers. 70.
Now back to throw.
Connecting with Cup here on the out route.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun and give to Charbonnet.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Ready? Gravity Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 70, Warriors 70, Dragon 60.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. Handoff running left, Irving.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
180.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to have the Bucs first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Across midfield.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
180. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
How did he stay on his feet? And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, or they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Again, a run with Gainwell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Mayfield. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Buccaneers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Here we go. Shot. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
60 Bucks, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors, 70. Ready to roll.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Hey, Trash. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Lions. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Cowboy 18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Panther 11, Panther 11, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really?
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Okay, ready?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Get it. Bronco East. Check, smash, Riggs, Riggs. Warrior 70. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it.
He'll check this one down to gain well.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2. The Seahawks.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 14. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready. 19 sight, 60, Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Cub 19, Cub 19. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory.
And say what you want.
On outside of Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Oh, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know. Yeah, is that your man?